Hey folks, Vortex here and welcome to my review of the Ooopus X or Ooopus X, I'm not quite sure, but I'm going to call this the Ooopus X and the model is the OP24. So as far as I'm aware, this is a brand new IEM company and it says in there tunable acoustics, so there's two modes. So instead of tuning switches, it's got a tuning dial. I think it's labelled on the back. So yeah, Ooopus X dual mode, as you can see right there. And yeah, I think these will be priced, or they are priced around, I think, the $50 mark. But obviously I will check later on when I actually get to review it. And yeah, as usual, full disclaimers, I'd like to thank Shenzhen Audio Store for sending this out to me, so thank you very much. I was not paid to do this video, and all thoughts and opinions are my own as per usual, and these are a hybrid setup. But yeah, let's just get into it, because I've never heard of this company and I have no idea what these are like. As you can see, still sealed. And yeah, let's just get into it. So let's have a closer look at the Ooopus X OP24. Quite small box. I think the price of this is about $50, give or take. So what's that, £40-ish? Low 40s, nothing really on the sides. So there we go. So yeah, two modes, as you can see. So two dynamic drivers and 4 BAs per side. The diaphragm silicon composite carbon fibre dome. So we obviously see what that's like. Now you can see the two modes, 15 ohm and 27 ohm. So I guess it's just a kind of a built-in impedance adapter, maybe, we'll see. And obviously specs there, and that's it. So I'm quite curious to see how sharp that is. The it looks like 3K according to their graph, but hopefully it's not shouty, but we'll see. But yeah, new brand. Oh, I'm going to say Ooopus. I guess that's how they want you to say it. So these look pretty cool. If anybody knows more about these, please do let me know. So a bit of paperwork, a QC pass, bit of information there. So you can see how it changes. English and Chinese. Let's just push one of these out. So it feels like it's all plastic. There we go. I've seen this kind of shape before, but I can't remember which one. So R, you can see there. Okay. You can see that little dot there. Should say 1 or 2 when it's in line with it, but we'll see what it's like. But yeah, because you don't know what that is, we'll find out. So there's one tip already. Okay, so it comes with a few different tops. So these look like KZ, maybe, you know, the newest KZ tips. I'm not quite sure. So, but anyway, again, I don't know who the OEM is. So, two sets of tips. That's pretty cool. And let's see what cable you get. And that's that. So yeah, I've seen this before, but I can't remember who. Cable seat's a bit bent. They've stored it, so hopefully it goes back into shape. And that's that. These look kind of KZ-ish, but yeah, looks fine now. So yeah, quite curious to see what these are like. Obviously, I'll graph both variants. There's a focus. So yeah, and that's it. I have to see what this comfort's like. So yeah, I'm going to spend some time on it, and I'll see you in the next clip, or for you, luckily, a few seconds. So yeah, I'll see you in the next clip. So welcome to my review section of the Ooopus X OP24. So a bit of a name anyway, so this is what it looks like. Connected. So quite a thick boy here, this connection. So it's quite thick on the 3.5. Apart from that, there's a slight kink here. I think from when he was packaged, but it works without no problem at all. Down to the Y split. Quite a flexible cable, not too bad. Yeah, seems fine. It's very rare for me to actually have, I think, on anything fairly modern, to have any kind of crappy cables. I think a lot of people A lot of companies use decent enough cables. And anyway, that's what it looks like fitted. So before I get into anything else, so obviously that's the tuning dial. See there, in there, and there. So that's mode 1. So when you put that one here, which I'll do now, if it focuses, like that, mode 2. I like it slightly rigid for you to do that. I like that, so you can't just do it by accident. And yeah, obviously it's basically it's a built-in impedance adapter. I've graphed both modes, but I'll show you that in a bit. Yes, so build quality and all that seems good. So I think it's 4BA 2DD per side. I'm not sure who Ooopus is basically, but this is meant to be their first IM. Anyway, so comfort and fit is good. I had no issue at all with the comfort. These aren't very large, as you can see. There's no weird fin or anything here. Just take this off. And yeah, that's what it looks like. Obviously, little grill on there, metal one. A little lip for the tips. Yeah, seems absolutely fine. No problem at all. Obviously, you can use a few different cables which are that size. I forgot from memory what that is, that shape of tubing. But yeah, no worries with that, anything like that at all. Just take them off. So pound sensitivity, I had no issues really powering these. The impedance, I think one's 15 and 27. If I make a mistake, I apologise. It's on the information I've shown you before. Not a massive difference in how you power it really, but yeah, obviously it does make a difference. But I'll talk about that again in a bit. So more low end, but obviously I'll talk about my thoughts on that in a bit. Timbre on this set, not the best really because of how they've tuned the treble. Again, I'll talk about that in a bit. If this is just a single DD, it probably would have been different, but being a hybrid. Not the best really, but again, talk about it in a bit. Technicalities, details, actually pretty good. Bellow when you turn the bass down lower, but it can sound a bit thin, but again, I'll talk about that in a bit. Sound stage on this stuff, I think was really good. You can feel stuff that feels like it's past your ear. It's not like headphone level, but I thought it was actually pretty good. Imaging on this set actually seems pretty good as well. And yeah, so sound, because these are a bit different. So I'll put the graph on now. As you can see, I graphed both modes, mode 1 and mode 2. Now, according to the promotion material, mine only seems to make much of a difference, more the lower frequencies and mid-range. On the back of the box, it seems to affect the treble on the mode, but mine seem to be the same. But bass, as yet, I do prefer mode 1. Quite a fun sounding set in mode 1. Mode 2 seems more sub-bass boost kind of sound, but mode 2 makes it sound a bit, I think, thin. And the mid-range with that big boost in the treble, it makes it sound a bit thin, but I prefer, as you can imagine, mode 1. So yeah, quite bassy. Do bleed a little bit into the mid-range, but it makes it very fun sounding. If you don't like that, pick mode 2. Simple as that. Apart from that, mid-range on this set was actually decent, but it depends on what you pick. It can be a bit thin or it can be quite warm sounding. I prefer the warm because it just makes it a little bit smoother, a bit more fun in my opinion. Mode 2 can be a little bit sterile maybe. And yeah, so treble, this is probably what I don't like. Now you can see there's that big kind of, well, it's not a peak, but 3K to about 4, just over 4. Now if that was smoothed off a bit, this wouldn't be a bad set at all. So I found for metal, it's a bit sharp there, because metal has a lot of treble based instruments in the mix. But yeah, it was a bit too boosted there. Now I did try this with some minimal techno, which is a bit random, and it actually sounds absolutely fine with that. But that's more low end, probably more mid-range boost than the treble. But yeah, it depends on it. So for vocals, it has got a boost. It depends. Some music you notice it, and some others you really don't. But for metal, I noticed this the kind of boost straight away. Also, you can see it's got really good extension. I guess helped to that sound stage. Yeah, I did like my timer set with these, but ultimately, my opinion, you'd have to EQ that section from just over 3K to about 4.5. Easy, and maybe a little bit more past that It's just a little bit spicy is one way of pulling it. But if they did smooth it off a bit, this would have been, I think, a pretty good set straight out of the box. I'd say this is more tuned more to the Asian market, but for a Westerner like me, it's a bit too sharp in the treble. Again, if you EQ, this is no problem. But if you use these, just if you're a person or a new IEM user and you're going to use this straight out of your box, out of the box, plugged into your phone or whatever, then it can be a bit sharp, really. That's probably the only real negative of these. Apart from that, I did like my time in it. It's just the treble needs smoothing, really. So, conclusion of the Ooopus X OP24. I enjoyed my time with him. I think I just really said it, really. So, I like what they are, but the treble's a bit too sharp and that bit's good fit. Quite a fun set when the treble didn't really annoy you or fatigue you. Yeah, I like to see a revision with the smoother treble. Apart from that, offered as a good set. The tips they come with is pretty good. Obviously this type and the other type I've shown you in the unboxing. But yeah, nothing special really. Price wise, I'd say it's fine. I think it's around $50-ish. So what's that, 40 something pound, I think. Performance wise, they are pretty good. You're getting a lot of drivers again for the money, if that really matters to you. Fit's quite good. They didn't really seem picky with sources. And yeah, not a bad set, but they need a bit more R&D, need a bit more of a tweaking, and that's probably it really. So yeah, if you think I missed anything about these, please do let me know in the comments as per usual. Thanks for watching, take care, see you in the next video.